Hello everybody and guys, welcome back to some more Astral Ascension, guys. Last episode we say goodbye to Helen and Zeke. Helen is going to prison / jail because she decided to cover up some car accident or whatever because her son wants to get into a school, whatever. Who gives a shit? I told her to turn herself in because she was a bitch. No, she wasn't. She was very nice about it, but you know, she needs to turn herself in for fabricating crime scenes and stealing from them. And Zeke, we made his wife a widow. Yes, I said that. I don't know if she's ever gonna come back and get revenge on me, but I don't know if he was even in the first place. But yeah, he's dead. Zeke's dead. I killed him. Anyway, we're going to continue on here. We have not that much left. We have basically like a quarter of the chapter left. So, which I think we may be able to get everything done maybe in 2-3 episodes, maybe. If it does take a little bit longer, maybe 4 episodes, 3 to 4 episodes. But let's get into it right now, guys. So yeah. Anyway, we just completed a mission and we're on another much-needed break. I'm in the lounge. It's empty this early in the morning, which isn't surprising after everyone's late night. I sit down on the couch and turn on the TV. Immediately, I have to turn down the volume because some angry news source is complaining loudly. NAJ. I'm telling you, the corruption is everywhere. There's not a single part of the police government that isn't haunted by mismanagement or, better yet, criminals. Just last week, Auden Caleb, the manager of the Department of Justice, was arrested for bribery. This man was running for election as our next Solicitor General and was hiding all the wrongdoings within IAP. Another report on how the show goes to respond, but he cuts off. The host just won't stop. If they can't keep data breaches and corruption out of the Department of Justice, what do you think they're doing with all the information we've given them for free? I would bet they're selling the information off for the free will, so someone in Smuckville could pretend to be you. Free will should not exist. We need to make players safe by. And here comes all the crazy talk. I turn off the TV, even though the new evidence regarding IAP won't clear my name. At least it is triggering a proper audit. I want to take my mind off things, so I go to the simulation room for a workout. After another solid exercise, I take a shower and feel even more even and calm. Now that everything's coming together, I have time to relax, so I head towards the lounge. As I'm passing through the halls, I run into Iris. Hey, Iris.
Hi. Everything good?
I nod. You? She nods.
We still have a break for a couple more days, so enjoy the time off while we have it.
I'll keep that in mind. She smiles.
Good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an appointment to take care of some ship upgrades.
Do you want me to come with you? She's smiling. She touches my arm, but shakes my head. I mean, shakes her head. Not my head, her head.
We'll have a busy next few days, so please take the time to relax. Captain's orders.
Well, I can't argue against that. She gives me a gentle squeeze before heading out. As I make my way across the sub, I pass by the lounge and see Kai on the couch watching TV. He waves me over, so I stop to say hello. However, I'm immediately distracted by what's playing on the screen. There's a room full of people and a woman who just turned away from the male lead. She clutches her necklace, holding back tears.
That man isn't just my lover. He's also your long-lost son, Ronaldo!
Wait! What do you mean by that? Oh, wait, I get it.
Ronaldo!
Dramatic music flares in the background as the camera closes up on each character's overly shocked face. Ronaldo! I draw an exaggerated gasp. Not Ronaldo!
Yes, Ronaldo. Who could have ever guessed that the secret son who was accidentally switched at birth would suddenly come back to find his real father?
Wow. Not me. Guy passes the spot behind him.
We've got to find out what happens next.
Absolutely. I nod eagerly, sit down. Somehow I'm invested in the show. Kai fills me on all the plot points I've missed, and there are plenty. I need a whiteboard to keep track of who's related to who, and who's dead but not actually dead, and all those surprising twists. Just watch the... Just catch up on your spare time, my dude. Yes, I watch dramas. I have no shame. I have to admit, though, that once you figure out who everyone is, the show is not so bad. Commercial cuts and giving us a breather from all of the Romano drama.
Looking to ignite the passion in your relationship? Or maybe you just need a romantic getaway.
Kai,
with your
you didn't
special
pay to
someone.
not get you're not paying the service or pirating this shit? God damn it, Kai. You guys should use Big Browser because Big Browser has all the necessary ad blockers that you guys can use to avoid all the ads on your shows. You don't even have to pay for subscription services, although most of the time they lock content behind, you know, the subscription service, so you can't really watch the shows you want. But if you guys do see a show that is free, but you don't, you don't have to pay for it, please use your Brave Browser. Brave Browser is a free open source browsing. I'm done. I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop promoting Brave Browser. Anyway.
Well, look no further, because tranquility awaits you.
The camera pans to shots of a beautiful beach with the cleanest water I've ever seen, and then they get to a colorful garden, before fading with a couple relaxing in the private pool. It looks like paradise. That place looks really nice.
For sure. It's actually on Valtoria, which is like known for their popular vacation
This
spots.
recording so popularly. Yeah. Don't they have those fancy luxury resorts? Kinda.
That's the one. They always have some sweet package deals.
He lists off his fingers.
You can book a couple spa, romantic room service breakfast, or champagne for two. And there are also sports or activities for group holidays and families.
You seem to know quite a bit about Valtora and all its offerings.
I suppose it's inevitable that I'd remember everything. After all the research I put into planning my vacation with...
With who? He hesitates and his voice gets soft.
Evelina.
Aha! Alright, buddy, I'll help you out. Based on his change in demeanor, I get the feeling this isn't the first time he's thought of Evelina after the last encounter. That last encounter, I could barely even read the goddamn words on the screen. Jesus. How are things on that front? He remains quiet. Sorry, I shouldn't have brought that up.
No, it's okay. She hasn't reached out since our last conversation.
Is that what you wanted? That's what you wanted, though, right?
You'd think that, wouldn't you?
I told you should have just gone with her, but okay. Are you having second thoughts? He pauses and uncertainly flutters over his face. For once, Kai's at a loss for words. His mouth opens, but nothing comes out, as if the words are stuck. Finally, he sighs. I'll tell you what you know. Go find her. What do you mean? He leans forward and rests his elbows on his knees.
The last time I saw her, she was poking holes in all of my reasons for why we couldn't be together. She was so persistent.
Get the fuck off the ship right now and go find
I
her.
had no choice, so I told her something I knew would make her give up.
I nod. You told her how you really felt, that you cared for her like a sibling. Kai sighs again before looking at me.
The thing is, I wasn't actually being honest with her. Or myself.
You dumbass! I can see that! The way you talked about your time together and how you brought out the best in each other. It didn't sound like you described family. He smiles.
It was that obvious to you, huh?
No shit, Sherlock! I nod. So what's the real reason you didn't want to be with her? If you said the Dreadmaidens, I swear to God. He carefully considers his words.
I still believe she can do better than me. But at the end of the day, it's her decision who she wants to be with. And she clearly didn't see that as a problem.
Right.
The real reason I tried so hard to push her away is because I didn't want to put her in a position where she had to choose between me or her family.
You know what? That's very fair. But again, and actually, no, I know experience about this. Kind of opposite way around, where the girl was it wasn't like this specifically, but it was a girl trying to make my buddy choose between his family and her, and obviously he was gonna choose his family, you know. Which, if you are anyone looking to date, yeah, okay, if you're dating anyone and you're in a relationship, and they make you choose your family or them, pick the family. Okay? I know it might seem crazy to some people out there. Those people are red flags, but to all the red flags out there, do not pick someone over your family. Okay? Like I said, I'm speaking of experience with my buddy. He had this girl, you know, he was like way out of state, you know, and on the water. Okay, he was with family, you know, they have a boat there on the water. She was saying, I need you to drive all the way up to New York, you know, and to New York City, you know, and help her out. And when he said, I can't, I'm with my family, she said, me or the family? He chose the family. He's a good guy. I'm like a surprise. Why would she have to choose?
She's the only child of the Dread Raven's leader. The reality is that if we got together, I'd be taking over the business with her.
Well, you see, this is where I understand you.
I've seen what a cartel head on Sirdros has to do.
You could change that, actually.
I can't in good consciousness do those sorts of things, man. You have to be completely ruthless.
And if you didn't take over the Dread Ravens, then she'd be forced to pick between you and her family? You know,
I couldn't tell her the truth and put her in this impossible situation.
Well, I mean,
My heart couldn't bear rejecting her either.
to be
So
fair,
I chose to disappear instead.
you don't have to do
Live with
any of that
outcome.
stuff. You could be you could take over the family and change their ways, or evidently, you know, end the Dread Ravens by, you know, and by becoming leader and saying we're done. But, you know, I digress. There's a lot of ways you could go about this, my guy. Not to poke holes in your argument like she did, but I'm just saying. You don't have to do all those ruthless things. You don't, and when you take over, if you take over, you don't have to do the things. And if you don't do the things, then you can come to an agreement with the other houses to not to let you, you know, end the Dread. I'm not even gonna put the holes in it.
And now we're here.
Oh boy, Kai's really found himself between a rock and a hard place.
Can you understand why I did what I did?
Of course, you were stuck with two unfavorable options, so you chose a third one instead, which doesn't really solve the problem, it just kind of exacerbated and prolonged it. He nods, his expression sobering.
But I fear I only delayed the inevitable.
You absolutely did, buddy.
I find myself feeling stuck again.
It's not all bad, though? Kai looks up, glancing at me.
What do you mean?
See, as I was saying, if you take them, you can change. You can be the change you want to see with them. However, though, that's not really. It's really about the Dread Ravens. It's about Evelina. So I would say, you're overthinking it. All this since she obviously chose you. Let's be fair here. Her father would probably let her date you and maybe let her get out of it. Honestly, it's pretty clear to me that she chose you, my boy. Kai raises an interested brow.
Go on.
She chased you across the goddamn galaxy and hid that from her father. That in itself should prove more that you're more important to her than running the damn cartel. Kai looks thoughtfully. And I can almost see the pieces coming together in his
When
head.
you put it that way, it kind of makes sense.
It couldn't be more goddamn obvious. He chuckles.
Thanks for all this. When did you become so wise?
What do you mean? Well, actually, I've played Ethereal Enigma. I've played Crystalline, whatever I say. And I got the good ending in my first playthrough. Completely random. I don't know how I even did it. I played Ace Academy, buddy. I was put other visual novels here and there. You know. I watched plenty of dramas like you're watching, my dude. Watch the damn drama and learn the storyline. I always have been. Yeah, sure I have. I agree on Kai
For real
chuckles.
though, you gave me some important things to think about.
Ooh, my
Although you could have sugarcoated it a little bit more.
buddy, there's no need to sugarcoat it when it's you, my dude. Sorry, but you needed to be hit with the truth bomb. He did. He laughs.
You're not wrong.
Suddenly a gunshot startles us.
Ronaldo!
No! Not Ronaldo! We turn back to the TV just to watch Ronaldo clench his bleeding side. His hand extends, reaching for the mysterious person behind the camera before he chokes and falls to the ground.
What just happened?
Rewind! Rewind! Kai fumbles for the remote and turns the scene back, and we get reinvested in the show. It's a miraculous recovery. Ronaldo survives. Of course, we don't find that out until 2 episodes later. As much as I want to continue watching, I feel my eyes begin to close. I want to fall asleep on the couch. Oh, I don't want to fall asleep on the couch. I would. We'll watch the drama, my guy. Okay. So I say my goodbye to Kai and head back to my room. Once I slip in the bed, I fall fast asleep. I wake up to the natural light spilling through my window. Although there's no urge to get up, I don't want to waste this morning in bed. After throwing off my blankets, I get ready for the day and exit my room. Crossing through the corridor, I head into the kitchen to make breakfast and run into Iris, who is just finishing up. She greets me with a soft smile.
Good morning.
Oh, morning! You had an early start today.
I always feel a little impatient when I have to travel.
For something this important, it is to be expected. She smiles again in appreciation.
Thanks again for agreeing to come with me.
I didn't agree to anything! Wait, what? I'm honored you asked me to join you. I know the anniversary of your grandfather's passing. Okay, I did agree. You know what? I take everything back. I agreed. I definitely agreed to this, guys. Obviously, I agreed to this. This was a mutual agreement that I would join her on this travel. My hair is really messed up. I didn't even realize that until after I checked the preview. But yeah, I did agree to it. Absolutely. When Alice approached me a few weeks ago, when was this? She was so nervous that I thought I was going to receive some bad news. Imagine my shock when she asked me to join her on her very personal and important trip. At first, she took my shock as a rejection, but I showed her that I wanted to be there to support her, because I'm a good person. Oh, we still set to depart in a few hours? Iris nods.
That still works for you?
I'll be ready.
Then I'll see you again later.
Before she leaves, she places a hand on my arm to say goodbye, and then she slips out of the room. Once she's gone, I get started on cooking. I had the foresight to pack early, so I take my time to enjoy my breakfast. When I'm done eating, I clean up and return to my room. I have just enough time to knock out some last-minute items before it's time for us to depart. Grabbing my bag, I exit my room and head down to the cargo bay where Iris meets me.
Ready to go?
Yep. She nods, and together we slip off the ship. I follow Iris, who contacts a shuttle to take us to her hometown. She's quiet as we travel, but it's a comfortable quiet. I take her hand in mine, and she squeezes it, smiling softly. The journey isn't too far, as she already grew up within Central, and we reach town by nightfall. Iris leads us through the town and into the nearby neighborhood, and finally pauses in front of a beautiful yet modest house. The garden has been well kept, with perfectly manicured shrubs lining the front steps. Wow, this is a beautiful garden. Iris smiles.
Thank you, although I can't take all the credit. Everyone pays a small upkeep fee, so the community takes care of the neighborhood.
Oh no, not HOA, Iris. Don't make me do it. Don't make me say it. Don't, Iris. That's a helpful service. No! Defund the HOA. Defund the HOA. Live your life free. She nods.
Come, let's go in.
We don't linger in the doorway. I barely have time to take it all in before Iris unlocks the door. I rush to follow her side. The inside is just as neat and cozy as the outside of the house. Everything is tucked away in its own spot, and not a thing is out of place. The floors are spotlessly clean, as are the counters. Other than a few family photos hanging on the walls, the home is devoid of any other personalizations or decorations.
Welcome to my family home. It's been a while since I've been back.
It's very nice. You have a very lovely home.
Thank you.
This was your grandfather's house?
After he passed, it belonged to my mother and me. But neither one of us is home very often.
Fair enough.
Keep going. We can unpack in my room.
Alice leads me upstairs and opens the door into an equally sterile bedroom. Just like the living room, this bedroom feels more like a showcase room rather than someone's childhood room. Whoa! Is this your room since childhood?
Yes. Were you anticipating something else?
I don't know. I don't think I should have rebellious. I don't know. Should pop sauce? I thought like Eurobeat, something girly, I guess. I thought you might have pink walls or dolls or other girly toys. Shakes her
I
head.
never had any of those.
Would you just like them?
Not particularly. I just had other interests growing up.
That's fair. What were her interests? Did she ever mention that? Please don't make this seem like I'm a bad person, a bad boyfriend because I don't know his interests. I swear, all I know is she likes Zero Beat. That's all I know. As I get settled, I notice a trophy case on the far wall. Inside are various awards for gymnastics competitions. The earliest trophy is from preschool, and the last one is from high school. These are pretty cool. I didn't know you did gymnastics. Iris comes over and glances at the case.
Oh, I'd forgotten about these.
Oh, great. That's funny because I'll never forget. I zoned out. I swear to God, I zoned out. Oh my God, I'm so cooked, dude. That's funny because I'll never forget this new helpful tidbit of knowledge. Imagine all the fun and new possibilities that are open to us with Iris's guaranteed flexibility. I can't do this anymore. I can't stop my goofy good from going. Iris looks cautious at me.
Daydreaming about something.
Yes! I quickly pull my face back into neutral. Maybe. She continues to eye me, but I see a hint of a smile. So, how did you get into gymnastics in the first place?
My parents wanted me to do some sort of physical activity. When I tried gymnastics, I found it to be really difficult, and it made me determined to get better.
Oh!
As I grew older, I realized just how much work went into this sport. It's a precise combination of coordination, strength, and flexibility. And that's why it was so rewarding when I continued to improve.
I grin. Only you would encounter a challenge and choose to overcome it instead of avoid it. She smiles. Not like me, I would absolutely avoid it. Well, that depends on the challenge. If it's a challenge that I feel I can do, I'm making sure my understand is not falling off. It was actually falling off a little bit earlier. But that's what happens, you know. But anyway, we all pack our bags and put our clothes in the dresser. Even though we're only here for a couple nights, I insist that we live comfortably rather than out of our suitcases. Since we both packed light, it doesn't take long before we're done.
Would you like to see the rest of the house?
Yes, please! I follow Iris as she tours the house. We pass by the other bedrooms and walk through the living areas and kitchen. Finally, Iris leads us to the last room.
And this was my grandfather's office.
Ooh, very nice office. The walls are lined with shelving which hold forgotten tables and other trinkets and knacks. However, my gaze is immediately drawn to a large desk in the center of the room. Next to the various photos are a line of model ships. I don't see any of that shit in the frame, but okay. I see where you may have gotten your interest from. She smiles and joins me by the model ships. A GR9 model is most prominently displayed. Oh, cool. He's got an Ados as well. Iris
This
nods.
was Grandpa's favorite. And now I have a matching one too.
Oh, that's really nice. Beside the ship is a photo of a young Iris. I'm immediately intrigued and take a closer look. She sits in her same captain's chair, wearing the same serious captain's expression, which she now has perfected. How adorable. Oh, isn't that cute? Little Iris in a big captain's chair. Iris smiles softly. She picks up the photo for a closer look.
I remember this day. Grandpa brought me to work and said I was the captain for the day. His team all played along too and would follow my commands. I remember being so proud whenever my crew would listen to an order.
Well, don't worry, your crew still listens to orders. Although, I could do a better job at doing it, but hey. It sounds like you all close. She nods.
We're all like one big family. My grandfather would bring me with him on his flight sometimes, especially when my mom was traveling for work, so everyone knew me.
Her face
When
softens.
I would walk into Grandpa's workplace, I felt like I was walking into our home away from home.
Carefully, she puts the picture back where it was, right next to a much older photo. There's a young man gesturing proudly to a building with a lease sign. The headline reads, "Whatever her last name is, travel and shipping." Was this your grandfather's business? Alice leans over.
Yes, that was when he and his partners first got started.
What happened to the company?
After my father passed, Grandpa made the decision to retire early by selling his stake to the other partners. They were all sad to see him go, which is why they gave him Eidos as a parting gift.
Ah. Whoa, seriously? That's so generous. Iris
They
nods.
treated us very well, and the ship meant a lot to Grandpa since Eidos was his very first ship that launched the business.
I didn't realize Eidos held so much history.
It's why, when Grandpa left Eidos to me, I knew it was my chance to forge a new path.
Ah. Oh, I cut it off a little too soon, that's my bad. Did you ever consider starting your own transport company and shipping business like your grandfather?
I was more focused on gaining hands-on captain experience rather than being an entrepreneur.
That's fair. So let's set the photo again.
I wonder how the company is doing now.
We can overtake it, let's do it! Sounds like your grandfather left it in good hands, so I'm sure it's doing well. If you really want to, you could always do some research and see, though. She
Might
nods.
just do that.
A sudden beep chime startles us. What's
It's
that?
Grandpa's grandfather clock.
Whoa, Iris's grandfather sure was analytical. Oh, analogal. Fuck it, I don't know how to say it. It's rare to find someone that. It's rare to find something like a grandfather clock in this digital age. I think I was right. As the chimes continues, Iris wrinkles her brow as she checks her phone.
I know we arrived late, but it's a lot later than I realized.
Maybe it's time to go to bed. We got a big day tomorrow. She nods. Put everything back in its place before leaving the office. Afterwards, I follow Iris back to her room where we both prepared to get some much needed rest. Soon I fall asleep. We wake up early in the morning. Iris is understandably quiet as we get dressed, and I respect her need for some peace. I put my hand on her shoulder to let her know that I'm here for her. She smiles gratefully. After a simple breakfast, we are ready to leave the house. I prepare flowers ahead of time, and she grabs the bouquet with one hand, while her free hand slips into my own. Together, we head out of the neighborhood and cross back to the town. The cemetery is on the far border of town. It's solitary, quiet, and peaceful. There are only a few visitors, and we keep a respectful distance as we head towards the grave. Soon, I was pausing in front of a modest tombstone. Gallon is carved in the delicate lettering. The name is still striking and clear, as if a year's worth of weather never touched it. And that, guys, is where I'm going to leave it off because, yeah, I think we'll do the rest of the trip next episode. But anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoy this Astral Ascension video. I know, like I said, I believe we might be able to get done. I know we'll get done next episode, but I think we'll get it done maybe the episode after that. I think. Don't quote me on it. But we're almost done, guys. Again, like maybe 2 or 3 videos left. And yeah. Actually, maybe not even just 1 or 2 videos. Well, maybe, yeah, 2 videos, maybe 2 or 3. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. This was a fun series to play. If you guys want to see me do the other routes, like Vela and Luna, or if you guys just want to see me get to the points where there are some cool little nods and Easter eggs, like possibly a sequel that Pixel Fade's working on, or the Untitled Goose Game mention that happened with Celeste earlier in the series. We can encounter that ourselves in the Luna Mount if you guys want to see that. I will be playing the Luna Mount probably to get one of the final CGs for her. But other than that, guys, I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you beautiful people all in the next one, guys. Peace.